Hello everyone, I'm Alice, and today I would like to introduce the most famous cultural attraction in Taiwan, which is, as you can see in the pictures. First, let's have a small guess about what the people are doing in the pictures and what do you see in the pictures, shall we? Yes, we see a lot of visitors, and they are releasing the lanterns. And yes, there are a lot of food stands, right? And also, you see the train tracks, right? So, where is it, you might ask? Actually, it is Pingxi Old Street. So, firstly, let's talk about the content of my presentation today. First, I will have the introduction about where is it and what is special about it. And secondly, I will talk about the features of Pingxi. For example, like the popular foods to try. And thirdly, I will talk about the Lantern Festival, about the history of it and the attractions of it. And finally is our discussion and conclusion. So, let's move on to the first part. Where is Pingxi? Pingxi is located in the north of mountains in Taiwan. And here is a map of Taiwan. As you can see, the place is marked red. It's Pingxi. It is right in the north of Taiwan, which is just like 1 or 2 train stops away from my hometown. And Pingxi Station was completed in 1922 to transport coal out of the area. And as you can see from the picture, the train is still now working, but it's not transporting coal anymore. It's now transporting people from station to stations. And as you can see from the picture, there are so many visitors taking pictures about the train because it was so colorful and also it has a really long history. Pingxi is Chinese for peaceful creek, and it is a former coal mining village in a remote hillside of New Taipei City. So, let's talk about what foods you can try in Pingxi Old Street, shall we? You cannot visit Pingxi Old Street without trying this food. And what is it, you might ask? It is grilled Taiwanese sausages topped with vegetables and kimchi. You might feel shocked and surprised when you hear about topped with vegetables and kimchi. Yes, it sounds really like a weird combination, right? It was also my first impression when I heard about it. But actually, you have to try once, then you'll know how this combination works so well with each other. It tastes really well. And the other one is this. Do you know what it is? It is shaved ice topped with taro balls, sweet potato balls, and grass jelly. It might not sound as delicious as it looks like, right? But actually, it tastes really good and it is my favorite. The taro balls and the sweet potato balls are just so chewy, and the grass jelly is just like the refreshment in this kind of hot weather. So thirdly, let's move on to the Lantern Festival. First, let's talk about the history about the Lantern Festival. What do you think about the pictures? Is it a good guy or a bad guy? Yes, of course it is a bad guy. And it is why we're talking about the history. Because the practice of lighting off sky lanterns in Taiwan began during the Qing dynasty. At that time, the local villagers would flee into the mountains during the raids from the bandits. And once the bandits had left, the remaining villagers would send sky lanterns into the air to let the fleeing villagers know that it was safe to come down from the mountains. And now the custom is still being practiced. So it formed a special festival in Taiwan in every February, which is called Lantern Festival. The people of Pingxi send off sky lanterns as a symbol of peace and celebrate every year during Lantern Festival. So, during Lantern Festival, you can see every kind of lanterns rising up into the skies. There could be thousands or millions lanterns in the sky. The sky will be all brightened up by the lanterns. And every visitors that visit Pingxi can easily get one sky lantern. The visitors can write their wishes on the sky lanterns and release it to the sky in various places in the town. And actually, thousands and thousands of people traveled here to see the innumerable sky lanterns rising into the sky. So, let's move on to our discussion and our conclusion. So here's my question. Have you ever been to Pingxi before? What have you experienced there? And if not, what would you like to see? And I would like to invite two persons to have a discussion with us. How about Amy? Thanks for your answering. I like your answers. And how about Lulu? Thank you for your answering. And for me, I have been to Pingxi for about 6 times. And every time I visit there, I tried a lot of different kinds of food. And actually, I've been only releasing the sky lantern once because it was always so crowded there. And the spaces is really limited. So I don't think that's a good idea to release sky lantern during the popular times. And here's a short video about the lanterns. It was just stunning and amazing, right? It was even more special when you are watching it at night. So here is my conclusion. Pingxi is definitely worth visiting because you can not only taste delicious food but also experience the old custom, which is releasing sky lanterns. When you visit Taiwan, make sure you mark Pingxi Old Street in your to-do list, okay? So it is the end of my presentation, and I really appreciate for you listening. Thank you very much.